with your chat up, Tony?
I don't. I can pull it up real quick though.
Yeah, could you do that? I don't know, we might be live right now.
Chat up.
Yeah, we are.
Live? Oh, that's Duck Man. Yeah, you even put me in
Excuse
front of
me.
the camera yet. Chirphead. Yeah, I'm sorry, Duck Man.
Yeah,
I gotta find that other chair for you. Because you don't like, this one's a little bit too big for you. Can't even see me yet. I know. Just relax. B. Okay, is that better? A little bit. Tony, that was one bad-ass song.
I thank you,
I
Duck Man.
cannot believe that. Beanfield, man, he's throwing punches and kicks, and I think that's going to be his new workout song.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
And when KB gets his rear in gear, he's probably going to see if he can open his lives up with that song. Just like a piece of it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm talking to my AI. Oh, hey, Monday Night Draw. The millions and billions of the KB's fans. Tonight, I'm starting a new drawing. I know I should have showed you this other one I finished, but it's going to be the Rhinoceros King. He's fighting two hyenas. He's already knocked one of them out. He knocked him so hard he grew three more ears and another face. And he's got another hyena up here because I guess see the hyenas stole the rhino's jewels, but he got him back. So if there's any of my billions and millions of fans, I'm going to do a contest and see who gives me the best rhinoceros name. That just popped into my head.
Has
I'm doing all
Zoom
kinds of
user
stuff.
made a pick?
Huh?
I said, has Zoom user made a pick?
Well, Zoom user. I don't know if
What's
you
up?
even heard. Did you make a pick?
What kind of pick?
I got a what is it called? I want to say
Contest.
contest or a it's not a raffle. Yeah.
It's a
I'm not giving
contest.
anything away on the barbarian the rhinoceros king's name.
Ooh, you got some multiple choice?
Yeah, whatever I'm getting, that's a contest.
Oh,
Whatever you say, I'm gonna write it down. Like King Hard Nose or something like that.
yeah, I'll have to think about it, bro.
Yeah.
I wouldn't just put you on the spot like that, would
No,
it?
Well, you're one of my billions of fans, so,
yeah,
you're the one of my billions of fans.
one of them.
Tony's my second one of them.
Yeah,
Billions and millions of fans. If you draw what the KB is drawing, if you see what the KB is drawing, instead of smell what the I gotta make sure he's not gonna be. His head will be okay here. Where's gonna be? That's right there, and then it comes up here a little bit. There's just torso. I think it's gonna be 2.
I will return in a few moments, fellas.
Yeah, if I'll tell you when you get back.
All right.
All right, take care, Tom.
I'm coming right back. I'm just going to uh, take care of my husband duties.
Okay.
So, Big Head,
Yes, sir.
I'll tell you when Tony gets back. This it's funny what happened to me at the when I was checking out of the emergency room today.
All right.
I mean, it was I was laughing in hard, so hard inside. Shh. Let's see. I gotta get this good. Are you kidding me? I got all my erasers at the bottom of my bottle. I need to find a container for my erasers because that just is not going to work. This highness. This is all stuff. I mean, the there. Well, no, it's going to come.
How's Guru been? You talked to him lately?
Yeah, I haven't seen him. Couple, was he on Saturday night?
Can't remember. I don't know.
I think he was on Saturday night
Oh, okay.
for a little bit. I know he was downtown somewhere
Probably working.
and he took off. He, you know what he got me from one of his events, which is freaking absolutely badass. Because I bought a ACDC Back in Black cap,
Yeah.
and I'm weathering it right now. I'm not wearing it. I'm weathering it,
Mm.
and he's like, "Well, I guess I got to send you this." He got me the horns
Ah,
from Highway to Hell. You know, Highway
yeah.
to Hell album,
Yeah.
Angus's horns. Yeah, that everybody got at the when they went and seen. I don't know
ACDC.
if they gave them to him, but everybody in the audience was wearing them, so they must have gave them to him.
Yeah,
You
it
know,
must be.
them T-shirts are expensive.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's like, I got you something, but I'm gonna, he's like, I'll send it to you in the mail after a little while. I'm like, okay. And then he showed me what he got me. Like, oh man, yeah. Send me that.
Get sleep. All right.
I still think my hip ain't going to be ready for Crawl Fest this year.
Been mudding lately.
I'm going pretty soon. It's been raining all day. There is some mud in my Kia, yeah, but there's some mud all over the driveway. So if not tomorrow, it'll be the next day. I'm trying, I guess my niece is going to come over and hopefully tomorrow and help me get the shortcut hooked up on this computer
Mhm.
because I want to switch all, I want to start doing my videos on my laptop instead of that, the one that I got from the 80s. That's probably a 2000 computer one I'm using.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's an old
like
one here.
yeah, it's old. It's probably a business computer Tracy was using, and then I adopted it.
Yeah. You can get one of them old business computers pretty cheap because yeah, what they do, they rent them like Dell.
Yeah, that's what this one is, I think. A
Yeah.
Dell.
When they go off lease.
Well, no, it has to be an IBM because my stepdad worked for IBM, so
Oh, okay.
I'm sure he wouldn't buy a Dell.
No.
But I'm like, I finally got into the shortcut in here, and it took maybe 45 seconds to a minute to come on this laptop.
Yeah.
That computer over there takes about 3.5, 4 minutes till it pops up. And then
Dang.
sometimes it won't pop up at all. It'll just keep spinning and spinning and spinning. And
Yeah. Like a commercial where that boy was out playing basketball waiting on his computer to boot. You remember that?
yeah, yeah, that's about this one.
Dang, I don't want to go to work. Oh shoot, I just spilled water everywhere.
How did that maintenance go? Okay.
Yeah,
A
pretty good.
couple of weeks ago, you had like a free maintenance thing.
Yeah, oh it was good.
You do that like every month,
Yeah.
oil your machines and stuff.
Yeah, every day actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could spend 5 minutes at started shift and prevent, you know.
Prevent breakdowns. Yeah.
Right.
That's what when I ran that big rock saw, I used to cut 4.5 foot wide holes. This is like a chainsaw, but a huge. And then it had tank tracks. It ran 23 and a half hours.
Wow.
Half an hour break when I had to fill it up with diesel and grease the 300 grease fittings at night. And then in the morning, the guy filled it up with diesel and he had to grease the 300 grease fittings. I didn't run it. I was like the co-runner, the helper.
Yeah.
Changed the teeth on it and went out and marked the line. You have to keep straight and stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh man, they're trying to get stuff ready for Beaton Creek. I didn't know it was so close.
Oh yeah. It's the same week as Texas Crawfest.
Yeah. Got one more weekend before it comes up.
Yeah, I hurt my hip really bad. I'm not going to be able to go. That folds right into there. Comes down.
Got to get some gas in the morning.
So you going to Beat the Creek?
Yeah, yeah.
How long is it to drive?
It's. I think they said yesterday it's about 6.5 hours.
Would you say 6.5 hours?
Yeah, six and a
Yeah.
half hours. Can you hear me?
Yeah, just a little.
Oh,
It was just a little low. So
oh, okay.
you camping out?
Yeah, yeah. That's what we're going
Yeah.
to do. Camp out.
Yes. Probably the good thing to do. I guess the Crawfest is about an hour and a half from away from my house.
Dang, I need bad at all.
No. How am I going to get this angle of this? This is going to come way out like that. And back in. Angle on
Here,
this back leg is a pain.
a lot of deers out right now.
A lot of deers.
Yeah, deer for deers.
D for deers.
A lot of deer out. Yes.
Tracy. Tracy and I would just call each other deer so many times. She said
Oh,
if I ever seen a deer, I would think she was just calling me. So she said if I ever see a deer, I'll say beer or dog or watch out for that, you know, because she said if I said deer, it was like yes, deer.
yeah.
Doe,
Yo,
doe,
Go, yeah,
doe,
yo, MTV Rats.
DOE, doe,
go.
Yo,
female deer.
okay. I thought you were saying dude.
Ray, a drop of golden sun.
Guru is in the chat. He says hello to
I
everybody.
What's
call
up, Guru?
myself. There you go, Ray. Far. So I need a throwing thread. I know that song. So, I was going to tell you the story, Tony. I was going to tell it to Big Head, but I said I was going to wait till you get back.
Okay.
When I'm checking out of the emergency room, right? The
Mm-hmm.
lady behind the counter, she goes, "What are you going to use, cash or credit?" I'm like, "Credit." She goes, "Okay, you can slide it in," and it didn't slide in. She goes, "Well, you can tap it on the top or slide it in on the bottom." Just I don't know if she got it, but I'm like, oh, okay. Did you put your tires on yet?
No, they'll be here tomorrow.
Oh, you didn't get them yet.
What tires for your motorcycle?
No, I bought some from old truck.
Oh, okay. That's the way I do mine too. I get them delivered and take them somewhere and get them put on.
Yeah.
Big old 60s.
My
Huh?
my son is a mechanic
Yeah.
at a shop here in Spartanburg. They got a
Oh,
tire machine,
yeah.
so I just order them and he'll take them to drive it to work and put them on.
Put them on for you.
Yeah.
That's awful nice.
They must make, I wonder if like discount tires would make rims for to fit the Oldsmobile for the 60 tires.
Yeah. You can
Yeah,
get
they
them.
probably sell some. I think that's where I ordered my last set of tires from, Discount Tire.
Discount?
I bought
Yeah,
the
they
El
dropped.
Cheapo from
Oh,
Walmart.
did you?
Yeah.
Well, they looked pretty good.
Yeah,
I
they
thought you got
wasn't a
them
bad
from
looking
like,
tire, but it's not something I drive every day.
yeah, so, right. I think it needs to.
Yeah, that's what I do with my truck. I don't buy. I don't even drive it when it rains or anything. So I just put them cheap tires on it.
You know, my car was all over. It's front wheel drive, but
Yeah.
it was all, and I have the traction control on. It was all over the road today. I pull
Oh,
out and it's like, I'm like, what? And you know how the front wheel drive spin, you know? I'm like,
oh, I
what the
don't know.
hell? You don't know how the front wheel drive spins? Yeah.
Are the tires slick?
No, I'm gonna have to check them. I know they're not too old. I've already placed them once. It's a 2019.
Good thing to do is right after you get stopped from a long trip, is go around and feel each rim and make sure one of them ain't real hot. She got a brake grab in her or something.
Brake grabbing, yeah.
Yeah. Matter of
This
fact, I got to take the wheels off this car and grease the pins that the brakes right off. They wanted to do it at the dealership, but they're going to charge me about $80 an axle. I'm like, really?
this I changed my backdrop to the truck I bought tires for.
Yeah. Yeah, them 60s are gonna look good on there.
Yeah, I'm in motion right now, so I can't.
Oh, you headed to work?
Yeah, got to go. Go make that pocket change.
I hear you.
I'm sitting at this red light and see this red light's got it's got a red light and then it's got a little space and it's got a railroad track. Well, it's got a red light and then a space for two cars and then a railroad track and then a space for a little car and then another railroad track and then it goes to the rest of the road. So the car in front of me's up there and he was kind of small, so I said I can pull up. So I pulled up in between the two and then on the other side of the railroad track. And then this big trailer truck pulled up in back of me. And
Yeah,
I'm like, man, what? I was just thinking in my mind, what happens if a train, because there's a train come down that all the time, that road. And it's
yeah.
like 110 car gravel train. It's full of gravel, you know?
Dang.
And I'm like, man, what would happen if a train came? He's going to have to back up. The light turned green. The car in front of me took a left. I took a right, went down the corner of a road about half a mile down the road, and there's a
Mm,
train there flying up
dang,
the railroad tracks. I'm like, wow.
dang.
There's a whole bunch of cedar trees, and then there's the beginning of a house, and there's like three houses, and then their intersection. And the train was right coming out of the cedar trees.
Mm.
I'm like, whoa. He would have just had to back up, and hopefully there was no one in back of him.
Rita got hit one.
Yeah. Or he would have pushed me through the red light.
Yeah.
I always think about that stuff.
Yeah, it ain't bad to think about it. Now, I always try to leave enough space in between me and the car in front of me, even at drive-throughs. So if I need to leave, I can
You
leave.
need, yeah,
If I
yeah.
need to
When I
jump a curb,
right,
You know
it's
anybody named
never.
Star Sweet, Keith?
Nah. Oh,
I don't know what that is.
Somebody's wanting to know what the code is for. I figured it was somebody you didn't know.
Star Suite? Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I don't know. Yeah, David, I'm with you like that, but I'm like, you
yeah,
know, I was just, I usually wouldn't pull up even next to the car in front of me next to that railroad tracks. I
yeah,
just did it.
yeah. I leave a gap even at drive-throughs, man. That way, if a bunch of kids get out in poo-poos and they want to go crazy, I can leave.
Yeah, I went to the drive-through and today and I had to wait for my hamburger, and this guy comes up, he gives it to me. He's like, "Oh, I was listening to uh what's his name? I can't remember his name.
Leo,
No, you know who. Oh, Leo. Yeah. Leo Finn whatever.
Moricelli.
Yeah. And he's like, "Oh, Thunderstruck. I love Thunderstruck. I love Thunderstruck." I'm like, "This really ain't Thunderstruck." I knew his name then. I said, it's Frog Leap, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I said it's from Frog Leap Studios. Look them up. He's like, "When I was young, I was so afraid of them Kiss guys. They scared me." like, like, all right, man,
Uh,
give me my hamburger.
Oh, give me my burger.
Yeah,
just give me my hamburger.
I think he might have had, Down syndrome or something, and he was like a Spanish guy. I seen him 3 or 4 times in there. He seen my hat, AC/DC hat, the other time. He's like, "Oh, I love AC/DC, man." Like, okay, just give me my hamburger.
We can talk about it after I got some food in my mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm driving. I had to go to the Marble Falls Hospital, and I'm like, oh man, look at all this mud. Oh, he's got a short arm, short and fat. Oh, short and muscly.
to go get something to drink. I forgot to take my medicine.
We can't be doing that. Now, darn, I forgot to take my shot. Dang.
The freaking emergency, my blood pressure was 190 over like 90.
Better
And
watch it. That's
you didn't
what
even
I've got
say
to take is
anything.
blood pressure medicine.
You didn't even say anything.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be like 140, 135 or something like
It's
that.
supposed to be 130 over 60.
Okay.
So, and even that's high nowadays, they say. So mine was like, it was pretty high, but
Didn't even say nothing. Huh?
no.
Just eat more salt and don't worry about
Yeah, that one lady told me that, and the other doctors eat less salt. You're too fat.
it.
Like,
She say
okay,
fat?
yeah.
I thought, when
The
did they stop saying you're a
cardiologist,
little bit overweight?
no, the cardiologist lady, she's like, yeah, you're too fat. Eat less salt. Like, okay,
You ever
you
tried
don't
to
know
eat
how
less
much
salt?
salt I eat.
There's a lot of salt stuff, man.
There's salt in everything, but I don't put salt on nothing.
Yeah.
So, but
Bad
yeah,
thing.
there's salt on everything. So how can you
Yeah,
not eat salt?
you're right. You do salt on everything. See, I try to eat stuff low carb. Well, all low carb stuff is loaded with salt.
Yeah. I told her I basically eat eggs and potatoes. Don't eat no yellow, the woke, she says. The yolks are bad for you. I'm like, okay.
Dang.
Are you living in the 50s?
Come on over, car. I'll give you enough room. There's a mile in front of you.
Gonna come like that.
Burning up.
Can't get him squatted. He's not right.
Charge my phone.
Yeah, I don't know why I can't get this guy squatting.
I get to go do something new and exciting tomorrow.
What's that?
Oh wow. You gotta have a colon scope.
Almost that bad. I got to go to the gym,
Oh my God.
Oh,
cardiac rehab.
mm,
Cardiac rehab. Goodness. Man, I had to go
on
to
a
like a
bicycle.
workout place one time for rehab, and I thought it was gonna make me pull the muscle, man. I ain't never worked out that hard. Like, they're like, you can do it, you can do it. I'm like, man, this is like 10 times heavier than I'm supposed to be lifting.
Mhm. I'm gonna be going to rehab too pretty soon, or physical therapy kind of thing.
Yeah, let's call it that, physical therapy, because rehab sounds like, you know,
Yeah,
They want me walking and on a treadmill,
yeah.
walking laps around the gym. And
they're gonna have you hooked up to a monitor the whole time.
I hope not.
They probably will.
Yeah.
Well, you might lose some belly fat and get some arms, and then you can be a biker.
I've, al- I've already lost 50 pounds.
Good
Yeah.
Lord, it's a lot. I worked with a guy that lost about 60 pounds. He's always wearing baggy pants to work. And I asked him, I said, did them pants fit when you bought them? He said, yeah, they did. I said, that's what I was thinking after you told me you lost 60 pounds.
Ugh, I
I
can't
went and
lose.
bought five new pair of pants.
There we go.
I
I
mean,
can't lose any damn weight.
my shirts, I could make do with them,
Mm,
even though looks like you could fit two people in them.
Yeah,
yeah,
I like big shirts.
I do too. I don't like to die.
How sick I've been with the kidney stone and all that shit, not eating anything. I still weigh 312 pounds, man. I was like, I can't lose weight.
Can't believe the doctor called you fat, man. That's disrespect, bro.
It's so funny. The nurse was like, "You're gonna love this, doctor. Just call her Dr. D because she's got a weird name, Doozy Lalila or whatever. She was from India." I'm like,
Mm.
okay, And she comes in, yeah. You don't with you. Oh, she said everybody your age and that fat has congestive heart failure. I'm like, okay.
Gee, thanks.
It was funny.
So that's what they saying you got, congestive heart failure.
One doctor does, the other doctor says I'm fine, and then another doctor says, "Hey, you got congestive heart failure." Uh,
Do you have a lot of
so
swelling?
yeah, my legs are swollen big time, and I can't hardly walk. I get out of breath. I don't know them are the two signs, and I'm like, 2 out of 3 doctors say you have it. I guess you got it.
Yeah. Yeah. Ain't that where the top of your heart produces a certain amount of blood and your bottom of your heart can't pump it back quick enough or something like that? I think it's,
Yeah, I don't know what it
I
is.
read something like
Congestive congestive heart failure is where the sac around your heart fills up with fluid and kind of smothers it.
Ah,
that. Yeah. I read about it one time. I had a boss man.
I can't get this guy's leg at all. This one's looking okay. This one I can say it's good.
That's what took my dad was congestive heart failure.
Yep, that's what took my stepdad and my dad.
Uh, kind of come out of the blue because he had Alzheimer's
Mm,
and
Yeah.
he had cancer and he died of congestive heart failure.
Yeah.
dang.
I just hope I don't have what happens to my dad's legs. I went and seen him just before he passed, and they had to keep his legs wrapped because every pore was leaking fluid.
Mm,
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh God, they took the wrap off, and you could just wring it out like with like a sponge. Like, oh man.
yeah.
Oh, I don't want to go in this place.
I know I have his back, that's for
Thought you
sure.
needed that pocket change.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
do need a pocket change. Especially the way I spend it, man. Me and Amazon and stupid stuff. That's just the way it is.
I rode over to
Amazon.
Home Depot earlier and looked at a new lawnmower.
Mm,
I'm gonna have to get another one. I'm gonna get the same one. What did you get, Tony? Did you get one yet?
Oh, I didn't buy it. I just looked at it, drooled over it, sat on it. Here's a Cub Cadet zero turn.
Oh
yeah.
yeah. With this, the two,
Yeah, the handles.
yeah. I don't like the handles.
I got out and cut my grass for the first time this season and got almost like 95% done and went to cut a little patch at the back of my building and the lawnmower
Mm,
quit.
mm. How old
I
is
just
it?
I had just fixed it before I started cutting grass and it quit
Dang.
again.
I got a 36-inch John Deere.
Mhm.
I bought it in 1996, 97. You start it, you spray a little ether in it, boom, starts right up. It's a pull start. It's hard to start. It's a walk behind. You squeeze the handles like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, I've got
It
a
just starts right up, man.
I got a Troy built and I have worked on it every year since 2019.
Yeah. I've never worked on that John Deere until I hit a piece of stick over here and it jumped time.
Mhm.
So I brought it to the shop and I said, it's jump time. I need belts since I'm here and, put new spark plugs in and all that shit and everything. So they did all that stuff. I came back to my house, tried to start it up, but bang! I'm like, what the hell? I brought it back to the shop. Oh, we forgot the fix the jump timing thing. I'm like, you're glad I'm not using it for work anymore because
Be a lost day, wasn't it?
it would have been a lost week because they took a week, you know?
Dang.
Me and that lawnmower, man, seen some stuff, man. I'm like, okay, lawnmower, I've had you for about a month and a half. Let's see what fifth gear does. So when you steer it, you squeeze this handle and then you squeeze this handle to make it turn left or right. It's
Yeah.
like bicycle handles. And then on the top, it has these two locks so you can lock them. And then you can like put it in neutral or reverse or whatever. On the bottom, it comes down and there's a thing that comes out and you can change it with your knee. So I put that damn thing in fifth and it was like 3/4 of the speed. And I'm running down the street with it now. And I'm like, man, so I grabbed both handles, stopped it, and locked it. And instead of using my knee to put it in neutral. I used my hand, and when I took my hand off, the lock popped off. And the thing spun around, picked me up off my legs, both legs. I was way up in the air, threw me on the ground, and rolled over and stopped.
With the blade running the
Huge.
whole time?
No, it has a you can turn the blade on and off by its own self.
Oh,
And it has
okay.
these two handles on top. You can when if you lose, like that, it just shuts off, their kill switches. So
Yeah.
it just rolled to a stop. But it bruised my hip. I mean, really bad.
Dang.
This is when I was working. So I was working for my mom. So she goes, "Well, you got to go to minor emergency." And I'm like, "Yeah, okay." So I went there, and the nurse is like, "Well, let me see." And I pull my pants down, and she goes, "Man, you have a huge hematoma." I'm like, "Well, thank you, but what about the bruise on my hip?" Yeah, but that John Deere, man, I just can't pull start it anymore.
I tell you, I've got where I change the blades on mine every year. I don't sharpen them, I just change them out. It makes a big difference.
Yeah,
But
instead of sharpening them.
yeah, one year I was cutting grass and it looked like a dryer sheet in the yard. And I said, well, I just run over that. Man, you know that little dryer sheet? I don't know if it got caught between two blades or what, but it threw my belt off and smoked the belt.
Damn.
I was like, dang. So I don't run over
So
nothing anymore.
I'm mowing in the back of this field, and the grass is, I used to have to mow a bunch of duplexes, man. So by the time I got around to the first one, the grass was, you know, uh,
Pretty high.
not knee high, but lower than your knee. So it was pretty high. So I'm mowing, and I hear this boof. Like, what in the heck did I just hit? I look over on the side of the duplexes. There's all kinds of white stuff all over the side. So I shut the mower down. I'm like, what did I hit? They're throwing their dirty diapers outside.
Oh my God.
So I'm nailing the lawnmower, and I hit like two more in two different duplexes. And I have to go around and clean everything up before you mow. You have to look on everything,
Yeah, yeah.
because there's pipes and all this other shit. And I missed that. So I started looking for them, and I used to take them and put them on their porch.
It's hard to see stuff in high grass, man.
Yeah, you have to look, for bicycle toys, rims, all kinds of shit they leave in just in
Yeah,
the,
leave out in the yard.
yeah.
I had a
Just leave them there.
guy cut my grass. He run over my water hose. I'm talking about it was an expensive, like a
There
rubber
you go.
hose.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And I was like, he said, "Oh, I replaced it." Yeah, he replaced it with one of them vinyl hoses. I was like, dang, if he knew how much that rubber hose costs.
The last guy I had mow my lawn, he smashed into my fence, broke a big piece out of that. And I wasn't there at the time, I was up at my mom's, and he smashed into our my neighbors, and my mailbox were the same. He knocked over that, didn't pick it up, and then he drove off and he mowed the lawn.
Mm,
After he
dang.
mowed the, he didn't do anything, and he has a lawn mowing service.
Yeah,
I'm not going to tell you what lawn mowing service is because we're live, but
yeah.
I'm like, man, yeah, I got a flat on my. I was way out in the field, and I think I ran over a beer bottle, and it busted the. I got a flat on my lawnmower tire. This was probably '97, and it we went down to Austin. They had these trailer trucks that had these like foam tires. So they filled
Yeah.
both of my tires with this foam stuff. I still
Yeah.
got them on the tire. You can almost see the foam now. The tires are so worn,
So war.
but yeah, that thing's never burnt any oil. I've only replaced a spark plug like 3 times.
Ah,
It just starts right up and goes, man.
heck yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I bought 2 years ago. I bought one of them. I forgot the name of it, but you've guys been. It's been since I've been online with you guys. The battery operated one, and
Yeah.
there's a it fold the handles go all the way down and flips over so you can put it in your car,
Hmm.
and the kill switch and the handle. That's not even the second time. It was the first time I used it. I molded it like 3 times and it stopped.
Right.
And of course, I lost the damn receipt, and I didn't pay it on my credit card.
Yeah.
It's like, what the hell, man?
That's easy to
So
do,
Lowe's
man.
is like, well, we can't do anything.
Most of the receipts, man, if you don't put them in a plastic bag, the ink just disappears
They
off of
just
it.
gone.
Yeah.
But you know what's funny, Big Head? I bought a weed eater. Now that weed eater runs great, and I find the receipt for the weed eater, and I don't find it for the lawnmower. I'm like, what the? We got anybody in the chat?
It says
Got
says
millions and
four
billions?
people. One of them's me,
Yeah.
uh, probably Guru's
Oh, Guru,
one.
yeah.
And
You ain't
then
got the millions and billions?
no, it's down to three now. So
Oh. Yeah, I just can't get this guy's leg. It is like bugging me. This one's okay. This front one. Well, hopefully my niece will come over tomorrow and help me fix this shortcut, and then I want to do it all off of this computer now, instead
yeah,
of that old one. I didn't put that. I didn't. I don't know how easy it was to put that song on an MP3 player. You know, but I wanted to do that. I wanted to cut that off a little, anyways. The
mm,
one part, the South Carolina part. That's right there, because that belt is. Here's the top of the belt. We can make the top of the belt here, because this is like right there. gonna use a whole. See, that's gonna come down here. This hammer is gonna be down here a little more. So here's this other.
Ugh.
Doing the same old, Tony. I mean, big head.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, I'm fixing to have to go in here,
Yeah.
get some stuff done. I just didn't sleep good today.
Oh no, that sucks.
Probably will tomorrow though.
You have to get your body used to sleep. See, since I've been taking care of my mother for that month and a half, I still ain't got my body hooked on day yet. You know?
Yeah.
Just sleep whenever I can.
Yeah.
I watch this group of people on TikTok, man. I don't know how they do it, man. They get on there at 8 o'clock at night and stay on there all night until in the morning, and they get ready and go to work. I'm like, what?
Huh.
One of them had a mini stroke the other day. Young too.
Those are not fun.
I bet not. I don't know nothing about them. But I'm gonna hop off here and go in there and make me a little bit of money. I'll see y'all later. Y'all have a good night.
We'll
Good
Yeah,
to
we'll
see
see
you,
be here
Dave.
for
you,
a little while.
Tony. All right.
You gonna watch the movie with us tomorrow, Tony?
I don't know. What did we choose?
Conan, the first one.
Conan.
The first Conan. I think he's got like 3 lines in there. My God is greater than yours. My God lives on a mountain. Oh, my God is Crom. He lives on the mountain. The earth is below him. And then the Oriental guy was like, my God's greater than yours. Mine's the earth and the sky. You killed my mother. You killed my father. You killed my people. But I created you. You took my father's sword. Wow, I cannot get this back leg. It is. I think the new Conan. I think the new Conan was better than the second Conan.
I don't know if I've seen either
Huh?
one of them.
You didn't see the new Conan with Aquaman. What's his name? He played in Baywatch Hawaii. Plays Aquaman.
Mm-mm.
He's a big actor. Played in a whole bunch of other movies. Mm, I can't remember the movie. He's played his latest movie was with Batista. And they were brothers and they were in Hawaii and someone killed their father. And he's like a I guess he was a cop and he went out there and Batista was a guy Navy SEAL.
Hmm.
Jason?
Momoa.
Yeah, he was Conan. He's like, food for my sword. And the guy's like, no, food for my octopus. For the Kraken. Get over here, wench. He's yelling at this girl. She's some kind of uh, priestess goddess girl, you know. Like,
Hmm.
get back on my horse, you wench.
Got a new song in the making.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
just from I mean, different than the one we just heard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh, I'm trying something different to see how I think I figured out how to change lyrics.
I've got this. What do you mean change so you could put your own lyrics in?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm fixing to figure out.
See, no, go
I,
ahead.
I got it. It's working, creating a song now, and I'll see how it turns out.
Because when you said you made like the format, I thought that's what you did. Or you just told ChatGPT, I want a song about my motors, or I want a song about Beanfield the Duckman. Duckman, I mean, Beanfield's a black belt and Duckman's a mad scientist and stuff like that.
Yeah,
You
I
didn't
just
give them
told
no
it.
lyrics, right?
No, I didn't give it any lyrics. I told it the subject of the song and a few tidbits about them, the style of music that I wanted, and then put it over in this program, and it created the lyrics. But it created them in the style that it's used to creating for me.
Great for you, yeah, but that still sounded good. I mean, I'm
Hmm.
not worried about that. Uh, but that's not really AC/DC style. That's like Southern.
Yeah,
What do
it
you
was more
call that? Is what do you call that? Southern rock or
Southern
still?
rock. It,
Yeah, because I think Southern rock is like Sweet Home Alabama and
yeah,
uh, you know,
uh, flirting with disaster and
yeah, and stuff
uh,
like that. Oh, I haven't heard that song in a long time. Who sings that?
Molly
Forgot.
Hatchet,
Molly Hatchet. Yeah, flirting
Train
with my
Train from Blackfoot.
my brother used to play that all the time, driving down his road in his truck. Flirting with disaster. I can't do his voice. My throat's still all raw.
That was Danny Joe Brown.
That's the
He was,
name. Molly
yeah, he was
Hatchet
a
singer.
Cherokee Indian.
Yeah. I wish his stupid feathers weren't there. He's got these two feathers on his belt. If he didn't have them, I could see where the, you know, pants line came up to, because it's still not leaning right. But everything is a second in time, you know? The next second, he's not going to be even the same way at all. And then, of course, they like to cut off legs and shit like that, you know?
Hmm.
I'm sure you can probably do it. Let's see if they cut it off in this picture or if I just cut it off. No, he cut it off. Dadgummit. I'm just going to cut that whole side off. It's so close. It's really foreshortened, too. Come on here with it. Put another thing down here. What do you mean a code?
Code.
Yeah, so that guy wanted a code to get in
Yeah,
to
he
the
wanted a link
to get into the
to get
chat.
into the live stream, and it was somebody we didn't know.
Yeah. See, I didn't know you that uh, I watched some lives, and it says on YouTube it says click here,
Hmm.
and you click there and it says now you can chat with so many people. Is that not how it usually goes?
Some people allow others to join, just anybody,
Yeah.
and they'll put that in. Uh,
So I
but
guess I must have it set that
no, he was asking for the link.
to come in the
Yeah,
here.
yeah, to
Oh,
come
come
in with
in
us, and
with us. Oh, yeah. Who in the hell knows who we could have been, right?
yeah, yeah, it was probably some kid that last thing we wanted was.
Yeah. Or some guy with, a mohawk.
It's taken forever for this one to create a song.
Not really. It's yeah, box of Cheez-Its. I've been wanting eating it. Wow, that is no way. That is that far up there.
I'm gonna mute for a minute and give it a
Yeah,
listen.
go ahead, man.
This is pretty good, Keith. It's a
Oh,
country
so
song.
you figured it out how to
Y-
change the lyrics?
Yes, this is lyrics I wrote.
Right, it's the lyrics you wrote.
Uh,
Yeah, because I was thinking like I had some good stuff last night when I was thinking, and I'm like, I'm gonna start writing them down or recording them. Like, Duckman fell off the back of the Black Ops truck, in the mud and, something like that. Mud and Beanfield, I was rhyming. I had it
yeah.
rhyming. So,
Well, record them and send them to me.
yeah, I'll just I haven't figured out how to send emails yet. So,
Uh, this one's a country song.
it's not going straight either. Man, I'm having such a hard time with these tires. I
I'm
mean,
gonna play it.
yeah, it's okay. It's okay with me if you don't
Yeah,
think we're gonna get in trouble.
yeah. I own the copyright. I
Yeah,
wrote it, so it ain't gonna get you in trouble because it's mine.
okay. Play it.
Morning broke a little colder than the days I left behind. Fog laid low across the blacktop like a burden on my mind. I've run hard through doubt and sorrow. I've worn shame down to the bone. But every mile I didn't deserve, you still brought this wanderer home. There were nights I rode in anger. There were roads I should have left. There were prayers I prayed half-hearted with what little faith I had left. Still your mercy kept on coming, like the sunrise through the trees. And I felt you in the silence when the world brought me to my knees. Lord, stay on this road with me, through the miles I cannot see. When my heart runs wild and cold, be the hand that grips my soul. Through the thunder, through the rain, through the scars and through the pain, I ain't strong, but I believe. Lord, stay on this road with me. Chrome and steel can't save a man, no, but they'll carry him a while, long enough to hear the questions, long enough to face the miles. And somewhere in that rolling silence, with the wind against my face, I have found that I am nothing without your mercy and your grace. I've got kin beneath these mountains, I've got years behind my eyes, I've got more regrets than answers, and more truth than I can hide. But if you still got breath within me, if you still got roads to show, then I'll ride until you call me, and trust the one who knows. Lord, stay on this road with me, through the miles I cannot see. When my heart runs wild and cold, be the hand that grips my soul. Through the thunder, through the rain, through the scars and through the pain, I ain't strong, but I believe. Lord, stay on this road with me. When the daylight starts to fade and this body turns to dust, let them say I rode with sinners, but I learned who I could trust. Mountains of iron, not in pride or what I know, but in the grace of God Almighty, who never left me on the road. Lord, stay on this road with me, be my peace and liberty. When the last ride comes for me, you're the only light I need. Through the thunder, through the rain, through the rain, through the rain, you have carried all my pain. I ain't much, but I believe. Lord, stay on this road with me.
What do you think of that one?
Yeah. So you wrote all that? Or
Yeah, yeah.
nice, man.
The lyrics are 100% me.
That's nice, man.
That's nice to know that
You can
I can,
change the lyrics.
yeah, I can personalize it now
You
to,
can write your own music.
yeah, I can write my own music. I mean, well, I wrote the others. I just didn't have full control.
Yeah,
This here was mine.
you just told them what you want to do on the others. Make this leg. I think I got it though now. It's going off right there.
That was pretty good.
Still. How long did it take you to write that?
I've been working on it all day.
Oh, well, all day. I
Yeah,
was
I started.
expecting like 3 or 4 weeks or something.
No, I started on it early this morning.
You know that song, Don't Tell My Heart, My Achy Breaky Heart?
Yeah.
I was trying to write a song with all us guys in it. So don't tell my car, my achy breaky car. My don't tell my car, my broken RC car. It might not or it just might slip the servo man or something like that.
Yeah.
And like I was saying, don't tell Tank that something and don't tell Brad something and and then I'm like when he says might blow up, my heart might blow up in your hand or something like
Yeah.
that. I'm gonna say, and the servo will blow up, man. And then at the end he says, ooh, I said, good at the end.
Yeah. When I write stuff like this, I will it'll be in my head, float around in my head for days.
Yeah, just rhyming it and stuff.
Yeah. And then when I sit down at the keyboard start typing, it's like it's like drinking a glass of bad milk. It's got to come out,
Ah, yeah.
and it just flows.
See, I can't the other night when I was messing around with my brain with these two guys, I can't remember what I said. There was some pretty good I thought it was pretty funny. Lyrics are good.
Yeah.
But it's like I couldn't remember any of that shit. So I gotta, you know,
Well, I had already put some stuff down and then took your descriptive bits that you told me and added to what I already had down
yeah,
when I done that one for you.
yeah. You know that video we watched with Prince and Tom
Mm-hmm.
Petty?
Yeah.
How many times do you think they had to practice that song?
Uh,
That was just they just didn't go say, "Hey, let's sing when my guitar gently." They just didn't go up there and one night sang that damn thing and practice one time.
in the interview, uh, they said that Prince didn't practice at all. He just showed up and played that.
Really?
Yeah, but
Damn.
the rest of the guys that was on stage had been practicing it for 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
You know,
And 3 or 4 days ain't long either. I
well,
think they'd be practicing it for a month to get everything all together and all the beats and all that shit together. And
they've been doing it so long.
Yeah, they know everything. They've probably
Yeah,
played that song a lot too, or whatever, you
yeah.
know.
Now, when did that one come out? 60s or 70s originally?
Probably in the 70s, I don't remember.
Yeah. So, they've been playing it forever.
But I don't know. That wasn't a Tom Petty song.
No,
What was that? The
it was a
Beatles?
it was a member of the Beatles, George Harrison.
Yeah.
He wrote it. I think the Beatles released it. Uh, and one of the little young guy that was standing to Tom Petty's left, the real young guy,
Yeah.
was the guy that wrote it. It was his son.
But that's crazy if Prince just came up and just went out and plugged his guitar in and started playing
Yeah,
in front of, just he could play anything then.
yeah.
Or fit right in.
He was an amazing musician. Just period.
I mean, he might have practiced by himself for just a little bit, but all that other stuff he just put, that wasn't the guitar solo of that song.
No,
I mean, a
no. It
little
was,
bit of it was in the beginning,
yeah.
but then
The other
he
guy that was
just,
doing the other guy that was doing it was doing the actual solos,
the
and
solo of the song, right?
that was on the record. And Prince just coming there and overrode him, and done his own thing, and it was
Just like
good.
Back in Black with Leo, the guy that played the
Yeah,
lead for that, he just went off, you know.
yeah,
He did a little bit of Back in Black, but then he went off in between and did his own stuff.
yeah. Changed it up, made it his own.
A lot of the Money for Nothing, Leo did that too. I've been listening to that song. It's pretty. That's a good song. He sings it good. I mean, the original
Yeah,
song from Dire Straits was good too, but he says refrigerator.
yeah,
We got to move these refrigerators. These guys are in mossy old water. I got to put all this water down in here, and then I got my white pen. Yes, I'm gonna make water really good once I got my white pen. I'm back. Oh, there's a rock way down here. Oh, these are rocks too. Cool. I can do rocks really good. Rocks and I guess coins. Because they almost look like
yeah.
rocks. Put them under the water. This one's above the water here with a mold. Yeah, I think I got the.
I think I'm gonna get me
You know
some
what I'm
rubber
gonna do?
bands at Walmart tomorrow and braid my beard.
I'm gonna cover. I'm gonna cover the the hyena that's on the ground.
Yeah,
I'm gonna use some of his hair to cover up this guy's foot.
that'll work.
Because his foot is it's It looks okay, but it's still not, it doesn't look okay. I ain't got it an angle. It's really foreshortened, you know. And mine's,
Mm.
yeah, but see on the, I'm drawing from this small ass phone, you know?
Trying to make it big. And
Yeah, trying to make it big. I never thought about that.
oh, at the yawns.
Maybe that's a little bit better there. Them damn cats out there, they're just, you go feed them once and then they're all just screaming and hollering at you. Man, cat. I just raised this my camera up. Hey, Tony, have you ever seen that app? Um, where I guess you can only use their pictures, but that would suck. That you put you have like a tripod and you put your camera on it and it blows up their picture and you can trace it from the phone.
Yeah,
Yeah. You can only use their pictures, huh?
I think you can use your own.
You know what I would like to get? I mean, this helps me a lot, but I would like to get, see, my leg is way off when it's blown up. It's got to go back that way. I
Yeah,
like to get a one of them high school projectors.
yeah, overhead
The
projector.
older, the old ones.
Mm-hmm.
And then print out some pictures and see a lot of people like everybody in the RCs use stencils.
Yeah,
They got a Cricut and they use a stencil and they don't draw it on freehand. Like I draw a lot of shit on freehand.
mm-hmm.
And I'm
Well,
like,
most
man,
boards
how
are
did you
freehand, isn't
get
it?
that look? I'm like, how did you get that looking so good? And well, we used a stencil. And I'm like, well, fuck. Like Kurt's Boogeyman, it looks
Yeah,
really super good. But I guess he did a Cricut and pulled on there and then pulled off all the stuff and then he sprayed. Just
yeah.
like tattoos. Was that tattoo on your arm? Was that freehand or did he use a guide? A
Which
leopard.
one?
The leopard.
Up here?
Is that a leopard or a
A
crocodile?
panther.
A
A,
panther. Okay.
uh, I think he used a stencil.
Yeah.
No, this one here,
Yeah.
this guy done that one freehand.
Yeah. The one I got here is freehand. I mean, he just drew it on and
Uh,
nearly killed me.
my guy that done this one,
Yeah.
and he done this one, He done this one, the one above it there. He done that one. He done all of that freehand.
He just by
He
looking at it, well, he drew it on there, right?
no,
He just dunked his ink and went like
yeah,
that.
yeah. It's all black work,
Yeah.
and he sketched it with the needle on my skin. So
Boy, that's kind of scary.
he's good. He's left-handed like you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really talented kid. He was a young guy.
Oh, since I blew this up so big, I can see his feet now. It's a lot better.
There's not too many people that I would let do that, but he's one.
Yeah. I'm like, you're pretty trustworthy.
I I've known him his entire life. Uh,
Was that uh Ink Masters? Do you remember Ink Masters?
yeah,
That was that girl, right? On there. That
yeah,
was
there
really
was
super good.
uh, several really good ones on there.
No, then it wasn't Ink Masters then. She owned her own shop. She did portraits.
Uh,
I
they
forgot what
was
it was. Cat. Maybe was her name Cat? I think her name was Cat.
Cat Bond something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's good. I'd let my niece give me a tattoo. She's a really good artist. Karina is.
that's my guy. His name was Miles. He was an exceptional artist.
Hey, what, he's not here anymore?
He's in North Carolina.
Oh, okay. You said
Uh,
he was, so I thought he was like,
I hadn't seen him in a long time.
Karina one time she was when she was living with Tracy and I, she was trying to get her GED. Well, she got it, but she was, I don't forgot I was watching some kind of movie and she's on the couch and she's got her GED book open and I'm like, man, she's studying for her GED. That's what I want to see. And I walk over there. I'm like, what are you doing? She's drawing an eye. I'm like, put that shit away. You're supposed to be studying for your GED. I might bring that down. You know what? I might put a rock over here. Messing with that damn foot. That's what I did. Yeah, I'm done with that foot leg. This looks good. Okay. Wow. I forgot. You there?
Yeah.
I forgot to give the barbarian, I mean, this rhino in my other picture hair. What color hair should I give him? Just black? Gray would be too much because he is gray. I gotta go back and give that rhino hair.
Don't you just hate it when you lose something?
And you can't find
You
it.
look for,
And you just
yeah,
had it.
you look for weeks and you can't find it. And then you go to the store and buy it and lose it again
So when you go to the
and go back
store
and
and
buy it,
go ahead. All
go
right.
back and buy it a third time and use it. And then you find the original stuff you bought
Eh,
3 months ago. That's what just happened. I was looking for this piece. I bought it months ago. Could not find it nowhere. So I went and bought another one last week and lost it. So I went back to the store today and bought a third one, installed it, and found this one this evening.
He could have been, the rhinoceros could have been 2 or 3 inches lower. I'm gonna have enough room on the top, but I won't have enough room because there's brush overhang and stuff in this picture. You know, leaf
Mm-hmm.
overhang and stuff. I won't have enough room for that for the sky. And I'm not gonna redo him because his legs were Yeah, it's going to be too hard to redo. He could have been down a little bit lower, though. Because his ears are at the tippity top of my picture. Well, he comes up like this. Looks like that. This is. Oh, his ear. This ear is here. Uh, oh, do rhinoceros have two horns? Some of them do, right?
I think they just have one.
Well,
I think it's just one.
this guy's got two horns. Where's his hammer at? Okay, his hammer is going to be down here. So the hyena sword's going to be maybe the hyena sword's going to be off the page a little bit. The one that's flying in the air, but that's okay. You know, get his jaw in here. Good. No, I usually buy something like that stuff I put on my walking stick.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the JB Weld stuff,
Yeah.
and then you know what? I could. Ha! He's too long. I got it. That's what's the matter. I got to shrink him. I can shrink his torso down. The JB Weld stuff. I'll find it. I'll put it somewhere. I'll know it's there, and then I go and look, and it's not there. So I got to
You
look
can
around and
you
look
can
around, look
find it.
around and look around. And I knew I put it, I know I put it right there. And then I find it and then I know I put it someplace and then it's not there where I know I put it.
Yeah.
Like the other day, what the hell was I looking for? Like WD-40, okay? Just say I was looking for a WD-40. And I
Mm-hmm.
was looking all over the place for it. No, it wasn't that. It was I forgot what it even was that I lost. But I was looking all over day for it. Days. Everywhere. And I mean, I needed it to say it was my little purse for my that I bring with my license and stuff in it. And then
Mm-hmm.
I looked in the car, I looked here, I looked there, when I looked all over the place, I couldn't find it. I'm like stressed out about it and everything. And I walk over and it's right in front of this laptop.
Yeah.
And I cleaned the whole place. It's like, how in the hell could that get there? It's really, really weird. That's what it is. He, his torso is way too big and just shorten it, you know?
Yeah. That happens to me all the time.
You know what would happen to me all the time when I lived in Connecticut and when I was in high school? I would go and my stepmother is kind of sensitive, and she says she, sees ghosts and stuff like that and everything and all this
Yeah.
stuff. So on Tuesday nights, I'd have martial arts, and I'd do my martial arts, and then my dad would wash my gi on Wednesday, and he'd put it on the stairs, and we'd have to
Hmm.
bring the stuff up to put our clothes away. And I'm like, "Where's my gi?" And he's like, "I washed it, and it's there in the stairs." I'm like, "It's not in the stairs." I look all over the place for it, can't find it. That next Tuesday night, it's in my dresser. That happened like 5 or 6 times, man. It's like, what's the deal? I look in the dresser drawer for it.
Yeah.
Weird. Oh, it was my glasses that I lost. It was what I couldn't find, and I searched all over the place for them, and then they were right here right in front of the camera. If I would have turned the camera on, I would have seen them in the live.
Yeah.
It was strange. You don't have any more RCs?
No,
No.
I was looking at one,
Yeah.
but David bought it.
Uh, I was, Dennis and uh, Unknown. They have that
Yeah.
TF2 from the RC four-wheel drive.
Yeah.
Is that what it is? The TF2?
Yeah, I think so.
Keegan said there's another, I forgot what it was, but he has a Toyota just like it, but it's not from RC four-wheel drive. And he says you get the interior and all that shit. It's a little bit more, but I wanna build another RC. I think that's almost funner than running them. I gotta make sure that's far enough. I didn't even put his jaw back in. I had to put his jaw right here. So that comes out. This comes out like that. Just toss it all.
Axial made one that looks just like my real Jeep,
Yeah, the 10-3, right?
but
The
they just,
Gladiator, right?
yeah, and they
Just
discontinued it,
discontinued it. Yeah.
and one come up for sale, and I lollygagged around too much, and David bought it.
Oh, David bought it. Yeah. What the other thing I want to do is when I get back to my house, I want to, that guy, not the guy on Tank Show, but he showed him his work. You know how he builds all them that boat
Yeah,
RC.
yeah,
I want to do an Oldsmobile, but I want to do it from like a Bandit or a Stampede.
hmm,
You know, I want to. It might be a little bit different, but I want to try to do that out of Lexan.
I think that guy was using styrene.
I mean styrene.
Yeah, that guy was really good. I
Yeah,
mean, really good.
this goes up here some more. And then his ear. Yeah, how he just like take a picture of the side view of the car and then cut it out and right? And then
Yeah,
use
yeah,
styrene and
yeah. That's some of that stuff was amazing. How realistic it looked. I mean,
yeah, the GTO is like, wow, man. It's friggin' crazy.
yeah, that was it was like a 70
Yeah.
GTO. Uh,
I thought that was
somebody in the chat said it was like a 69, but it was a
yeah,
70.
I said it was a 69.
Yeah, but somebody in chat agreed with you,
Oh yeah.
but it
And
was a
different.
70. Uh, it had a in 70 the front end was rubber,
Yeah.
and in the 60s it had a chrome grill. So the one he had made had the rubber fake rubber grill in it.
I forgot what my sister had. It wasn't was it a Pontiac? It looked just like a GTO. It looked just like that
Tempest,
that one he built, but I'm like, I know she didn't have a GTO.
yeah,
It
it
was
was a
light
Tempest.
blue Tempest. That's what it was.
Yeah,
Pontiac Tempest.
yep.
Every time that damn thing would hit water, it'd stall out. So she'd put it in neutral and we'd just like coast for a little while, then she'd start it up and we'd take off again.
I think I've only ever had two Pontiacs. Uh,
Two Pontiacs.
had a little, I had a little 70s, uh, early, early 70s Pontiac Sunbird,
Uh-huh.
and I had a late model
Oh, that's the
GTO.
mouth. Okay, mouth. You had a GTO?
Mm-hmm. A 2005 GTO.
My friend, my best friend Kenny had I think it was a 69 GTO. It was all jacked up and everything, but he never got it to
Yeah.
run. He was rebuilding the motor when I was leaving to come back down here to Texas. And then my brother-in-law had I don't know what year his Cuda was, and real nice Cuda.
Uh,
But he married my stepsister and she drove it and he said she didn't drive it hard enough, so it died because it didn't get drove hard enough. She would baby it. I mean, he would be doing 80, 90 miles an hour and slam the friggin' brakes on, and come to a complete stop and say, "Hey, you see that pregnant ant? What?" And before you could say what, he'd have it punched, and you're sitting in the back seat, and it's friggin', you know, like, damn, man.
Here's a picture of that GTO I had.
Okay, it was earlier. What was it in
It was a 2005.
2005?
Uh, had the desirable LS2 uh, 400 in it with a 6-speed transmission.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
It was pretty wild.
Was it rear wheel drive?
Yeah,
Yeah. Tracy had like, I think she had the same car that uh Josh is building for him and his son. The
Mustang.
Mustang. Yeah. It was a hatchback like.
Hmm.
She let her cousin borrow it. Her cousin's like, I'll be back before 10 o'clock. I won't have it gone from 10 o'clock. 3 o'clock in the morning, we have a phone call. Oh, someone hit your car.
Yeah.
You gonna come and see it? The back, the back rear end was in
Yeah.
the back seat.
Mm.
The back seats were almost in the front seats. I'm like, holy shit, man. Did anybody die in there? You know? No, a drunk hit it. It was parked. Or I don't know if she was driving or not, but like, damn.
I wish I had pictures of all the cars that I've owned, cars and trucks I've owned, but
I got a
I
lot of
don't.
them. I love my dune buggy, man. My street legal dune buggy. That thing was
Mm.
so fun. And I used it for a vehicle every day I used it to drive to work. Tracy said, you buy this thing for a second because we needed a second vehicle. She
Yeah.
says, you buy this thing for a second vehicle or you're going to use it for a second vehicle. I load the lawnmower on the back of it. I put a little thing for the lawnmower, my weed eater and everything. And I
Yeah.
went out mowing lawns. When I wasn't working at the body shop, I take it to the body shop, park in the ditch.
I've I've probably had 100 cars and trucks over the years, at least a
I know
100.
since I've met you, you've been wheeling and dealing.
Yeah. Uh,
I've had a few, but mostly when me and Tracy, every car she had got totaled. We bought my mother had this real nice Toyota Camry station wagon. It was in the 80s. Real nice, man. No rust, brand new paint job and everything. We bought it for my mom. Had 300,000 miles on it. It ran like it was brand new. We bought it, we bought it from my mother for $2,000. 6 weeks later, Tracy's driving down the road and this trailer truck pulls out in front of her. And she moved into the fast lane. And the trailer truck pulled right out into the fast lane, too. She smashed her, totaled it. Like,
and all kinds of hot rods. I've
yeah.
had dune buggies, motorcycles, and dozens and dozens of trucks like that, like the one behind me there.
Yeah, I've had a Ford F-150 '96 and a Toyota Tacoma or the small one, two-door, and my Blazer, but Blazer's not really a truck. And my Ford F-150. So I've only had like three trucks.
Probably had 25 trucks since
Tracy
I've been
had
living
this
in this house.
this weird European car. It wasn't an Opel, but I think it began with a P, and it
Peugeot.
just it was really weird. It looked like I don't even remember. It looked like kind of a fish tank thing. The back end, the back glass was like round,
Yeah.
it's a hatchback. It was four-door. She really loved that car. She's living in an apartment. We just put $800 worth of brakes on it and exhaust because it was in Connecticut, so the exhaust messed up.
Yeah.
Just got it back I mean, a week we got it back on the road. She's living in apartments all the way at the end of the apartment she lives. There must have been 25 cars in that apartment. This lady gets out of a Nova, like a 70 or whatever, goes in to pay her rent. She leaves it running. The little kid puts it in drive, misses every other car, smashes Tracy's right in the middle, totals it.
Yeah. Uh,
Ay, man. I had an Oldsmobile Delta 88. That was that was my hot rod.
Buick one time, big boat of a car, and I loved that thing. Uh, it was a 1970 model,
Yeah.
Electra, maybe. It was green, four door, great big old thing.
In my Oldsmobile, man, it was, and I sold it. I should have drove it down here, but it didn't have a gas gauge on it. So it's like,
Yeah,
I know they're probably easy to put in, but it didn't have that and a speedometer.
the uh, was cutting this lady's grass, and I've been moving this car all summer. And one day I asked her if she wanted to sell it, and she said, "Yeah." I, she said, "Make me an offer," and I said, "No, it's yours." And I don't want to come in too low. And she said, "Well, give me $100." So I paid her for it and bought it, and uh, she bought it new in 1970, and she probably hadn't been more than farther than to town in it, and she lived in town.
Yeah.
And so about 6 months in, a fella down the street from me backed out of his driveway and hit it in the side. The insurance company gave me $200 for the damage. I drove it for another year and sold it to my next door neighbor for $800.
That's what I did with my dune buggy. I bought it for the guy wanted $3,000 for it, and we went over his house on a Saturday afternoon. We were painting his house, me and my cousin. And I'm like, oh, check this friggin' dune buggy. He's like, yeah, it's for sale. It's street legal and all this other stuff. And he started drinking. And by the time we left, I got him down to 1,500. I'm like, yep, I'll take it. Sure as shit, my cousin's like, let's go drive it. Let's go drive it. I'm like, no, I'm getting it registered and licensed and registration and insurance and everything. Day I got all that shit, I started it up. I drove down to get gas. I got pulled over. Where's your license? Where's your registration, your insurance? I got pulled over in that car, that dune buggy, so many times.
I had one. It was a dune buggy, not a. It wasn't a
Mine
rail.
was a rail. Mine was a rail. It really wasn't a dune buggy.
Mine was built on a Volkswagen chassis, but
Yeah, mine was the rail. You know what I'm talking about, rail.
yeah,
Just roll bar,
long.
basically. Yeah.
But I've had a bunch of Volkswagens too.
Yeah, I should have. When I lived in Connecticut, that's what my dad used to do was go around and buy old Volkswagens and then refix them and paint them and then sell them. I don't know why I didn't even do. He bought this Volkswagen for like $500, painted it, put a coil on it, and sold it for $4,000. Like, man, I should have done that with him. It's one thing I regret. Should have bought a Volkswagen from him, or we should have done a project, you know?
Yeah, these old trucks like this one I got here. I used to buy those things for next to nothing, and I'd get them running and driving, not finished, but drivable,
Yeah.
and turn around and flip them.
Yeah, that's what my dad do. He'd paint them, and he'd get them. He wouldn't rebuild the motor or anything like that. He might rebuild the carburetor or something and get it running real good, and then he'd flip it. He didn't do it for a business. He just did it, maybe one, every 6 months or something like that when he got a good deal on one. He had an old model. I don't know what it was. If it was a Model A or a Model T, I don't know which one it was, but I drove that one time. It was crazy. Like what did you have to do to? You had a crank to start it. You had a crank go over the motor to start it with one of the crank bars, and the spark was on the ignition, so you'd have to give it spark. If it
Yeah,
started messing up, you'd have to give it more spark or less spark when you slowed down, you
yep,
know. And then I think it must have been a 3-speed or some kind of speed, because I know I had a shifted clutch. I always wanted to make a hot rod out of it. It was a 2-door coupe, but it was big, you know. It
yeah,
only had 2 doors, but it had a big back seat in it. And he redid it all. I mean, he did it back to the way original.
yeah.
They used to drive it in the parades and stuff like that. Oh, if I like, I even shortened him. Am I gonna have to shorten him down even more? See, this year is gonna. What time is it? It's almost 11. Probably gonna stop the live here in a minute.
Yeah, there ain't nobody
Chat.
in the chat. I'm the
Yeah,
only one.
start the live so we can talk about more music stuff.